Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a place that is going to completely shatter your standard expectations.
We really are. We're talking about Pakistan. It's a country most of us think we have a pretty good handle on, but the reality? It is way more fascinating and, frankly, far more surprising than what you usually see on the news.
Let's be honest. When you hear the word Pakistan, what instantly pops into your head? If you're like most people around the world, your brain probably jumps straight to a quick mix of two things: intense international news headlines and, well, cricket. Right. And sure, there is absolutely a lot of both. But looking through that incredibly narrow lens means you are completely missing out on the sheer, mind-boggling scale of what actually happens within its borders.
Okay, let's dive into this. We are pushing those familiar headlines and cricket bats entirely to the side today. What we're actually exploring is a land of extreme natural wonders, ancient historical firsts, and some massive technological surprises that are actively shaping the world you live in right now.
Exactly. And honestly, the surprises kick off at the most fundamental level you can get, the country's very name.
So, the word Pakistan isn't some ancient thousands of years old name. It's actually a constructed abbreviation, an acronym.
This totally blew my mind the first time I learned it. It's built directly from the names of the regions it brings together. You have P for Punjab, A for Afghania, K for Kashmir, S for Sindh, and Tan for Baluchistan. You put all of that together and, beautifully, in Urdu, it translates to Land of the Pure. It's a nation whose very identity is literally built by combining its diverse parts.
Let's pivot to everyday life for a second. Think about the biggest sporting event on Earth, the FIFA World Cup. If you have ever cheered during a soccer match, there is a massive chance you have Pakistan to thank. A staggering 60% to be exact. Yeah, 60%. The city of Sialkot up in northern Pakistan produces roughly 40 to 60% of all the footballs in the entire world. That includes the official FIFA match balls. Millions of fans cheering in stadiums globally are watching a ball made right in Pakistan. And the ultimate irony here? The most popular sport in Pakistan isn't even football, it's cricket. Now, to really grasp the sheer scale of innovation in this region, you kind of have to span millennia. We're talking a massive 4,500-year timeline jump.
Right, starting all the way back in 2500 BC with Mohenjo-Daro in present-day Sindh province. This wasn't just some basic ancient settlement. It was one of the world's absolute earliest and most sophisticated planned cities. We're talking grid-patterned street layouts, multi-story buildings, and advanced drainage systems. All of this was built without a single modern engineering tool.
Fast forward a bit to 320 BC, Alexander the Great's army literally stumbles upon the Kevra salt mine, which has been producing salt continuously ever since. Today, it's basically an underground city made entirely of pink Himalayan salt, complete with a mosque, a post office, and, get this, a replica of the Great Wall of China. Which brings us to arguably the wildest, most unexpected leap forward in history, the year 1986.
That 1986 milestone is absolutely wild because a highly localized problem accidentally launched a massive global industry. We are talking about the brain virus. Considered the world's very first PC virus for MS-DOS, and it wasn't created by malicious hackers in a dark, shady basement somewhere. It was actually built by two brothers in Lahore, Pakistan, Basit and Amjad Farooqi. They originally designed the code simply to protect their own medical software from piracy, but the code accidentally escaped, spread like wildfire across the globe, and in doing so, effectively launched the entire global cybersecurity industry, from ancient street grids to the literal birth of computer viruses. Just incredible.
But the extremes here, they aren't just in technology. They are intensely physically real. Think 8,611 meters.
That is the staggering elevation of K2. Pakistan boasts more mountain peaks than almost anywhere else on Earth. Now, K2 is the world's second highest mountain, sure, but here's the catch. It is considered far more deadly than Everest. We're talking a fatality rate nearly 3 times higher.
And K2 isn't just standing there all alone. The Karakoram Range in Pakistan contains 4 of the world's 14 peaks that soar over 8,000 meters. The sheer scale of this landscape is almost impossible to wrap your head around.
And we're keeping the altitudes sky high. Picture 3,700 meters above sea level. That is the dizzying elevation of the Chandar Pass.
And what exactly happens up at 3,700 meters, the world's highest polo ground? Every single year since 1936, this exact spot has hosted the annual Chandor Polo Festival. So Pakistan isn't just a hub for extreme, deadly mountaineering. They are literally hosting a major sports tournament up in the clouds.
So it's clearly not just the geography reaching incredible heights. It is the people, too, breaking the ultimate ceilings.
Exactly.
Back in 1988, Benazir Bhutto was elected Prime Minister of Pakistan. With that election, she became the very first woman ever to lead a Muslim-majority democracy.
It was an absolutely massive political milestone. It permanently changed the global conversation about women in power across the Muslim world. And, it's a milestone that actually predated female leadership in a whole lot of Western nations.
That incredible drive for human achievement brings us to another staggering number: 1,500.
That's the number of ambulances running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week across Pakistan, operated by the Eddy Foundation. Established by a philanthropist named Abdul Sattar Eddy, this is literally the world's largest volunteer ambulance network.
And here's the truly mind-blowing part about all of this. This massive, life-saving operation is funded entirely by private donations. They operate with zero government funding. None. Yet they rescue hundreds of people every single day. The sheer scale of civilian philanthropy happening there is unmatched anywhere else on the globe.
When you start looking at the actual people driving all these innovations, you get a serious glimpse into the future. 60% of Pakistan's population is under 30 years old. Let that sink in. It is one of the most demographically young countries on the entire planet. With a population currently sitting over 230 million people, this massive youth demographic is projected to make Pakistan the world's third most populous country by the year 2050. This isn't just a big country, it is a dynamic, rapidly rising powerhouse of young minds. So, when you take a step back and really look at the complete picture we just painted, the reality is completely undeniable. Pakistan is easily one of the world's most misunderstood and underestimated countries.
Just think about the sheer range of what we've covered today. The world's most deadly mountain, the very first computer virus, half of the entire world's footballs, one of the oldest planned cities in human history, and the world's largest volunteer ambulance fleet. All of this is happening in one single country that most people, frankly, only recognize from brief negative news clips.
It totally reframes reality, doesn't it? It leaves you with a really big question. If a nation this dynamic, this complex, can be so easily reduced to just simple headlines and a game of cricket, what other incredible realities out there are you completely missing? Thanks for joining us on This Explainer, and keep questioning what you think you know.